Welcome to another episode of Look What Just Found. This is episode 65, and we got a good one today. I try to make every day a little special, and if you've been watching the channel, you know that the customer submitted funky colored, old-looking penny sleeves are my favorite. And I looked to see which one. Man, these look like they've been closed for a long time, man. All right, so what we're gonna do is I'm gonna put the one I think is the yuckiest first, and then that's gonna be okay. So let's do it like that then, and then and then. All right, copper, nice, and yeah, I try to switch up. I'll be honest with you, if I could do these all day long forever, that would be my preference. But I know it's not realistic because man, look at those old coppers. Because they're hard to come by. Now, if anybody wants to send a donation, really unsearched, I'm saying, I don't want any, nothing fake, you know what I mean? If there's nothing in it, I don't care, But if anybody wants to send a donation for me to do on the channel, just send me an email. Lookwhatjustfound@gmail.com. But that middle one, whoa, this is nice, man. This is nice. This is my favorite. I like this a lot. But you can tell I'm gonna call this the newer one. It has more zinc in it. You can just see, or a couple zinc in it. Okay, so without further ado, let's see what we find. Now today is the third day I'm using these yeah, just making sure that little piece of dirt there wasn't an extra V, which of course it is not. Make sure we don't have any double dye on the obverse. See, when I first start the video up, it does take me takes me a minute to get to get adjusted. Look at this. Wow. Holy moly, man. That's an absolute beauty. Wow. Wowzer, wowzer, wowzer. So I think that's part of the little bit of adjustment with the gloves on is so it's unsearched already, right? Just by seeing that, it's unsearched. Boy, does that 1983 look copperish, huh? I'll weigh it. So how can you get tired of doing this? I don't understand. 258. How can you get tired of doing this? You can't. Wow. Is that red? Oh man, I get it. Maybe I get excited too easy, but that's a beauty. Man, that is so red. I'll put that into the fines. Into the AUs. Maybe I'll put them both into AUs. The other one, like I said, I do the AU. Wow, that's misaligned. Look, all these pennies. These are beautiful. I'll put this into the fine. So we have 2 AUs, we have a fine, and we have 2 zinc so far. So yeah, this is not a search through. Wow, man. Wild thing. You make my something. Heart sing. You make my heart sing. Man, it was never good. Wow. Okay, so we have this is a oh, I cannot believe this. I gotta take a sip of coffee and calm down. This is a 1982. Looks like a copper to me. Maybe it's not. I think it. No, it's a copper. This is an absolute, and it's a Philadelphia small date. This is a could be a two or a $2 to $5 penny in this condition. I'm saying, yeah. Oh no, it's a zinc. You know, I have to be honest with you. I don't know which one is worth. I mean, which one is worth more Philadelphia wise. I'm saying, but this condition is amazing. I can't remember if it's the zinc or the copper Philadelphia or if they're about the same. 2011. I can't remember. I know one of them. Maybe in that condition they're both a couple bucks. You know what I mean? It's a little too far out. I have to get. I'm bringing it up. You know, I'm not supposed to be bringing it up like that. There you go. You know, I find myself bringing my face closer to the camera, and we don't want to do that either. Can't believe the condition. This is at least a fine. It's raining outside. We haven't found one like circulated condition penny yet. Is this a 23? Oh wow. We even got a 23 in here. I can't believe that either. You know I'm gonna look at whatever that little thing is down there. All right, you gotta check the VDB on the 23. Nah. No, I'm keeping it though anyway. I never find a 23. So I'm just keeping it because it's a 23. I'm telling you, never find 23s. 2000. I'm looking for the wide AM. This would be a beauty. Oh, it's really raining out there. I was gonna go walking later. I might still have enough time to go walking. We're looking for the close AM. They need to switch those two. You see that on the A, right? You see that on the A? You see that, right? Is it on all of them? Let me see. It's on that A too. How about this A? It's on all the A's. Let me look at that under the loop. Is that all the A's have A? I don't know what that is. It's like a hub shift, a die shift that gave all of the A's that shadow underneath the center line. It's just pretty cool. I mean, when you go like this, you know that's how you see the doubling, unless it's really a super double die. But you can see it in all of the A's. Now, I give it the dollar test, right? Let me see anything on the front. 89. I give it the dollar test. All right, we have to make sure that's not an extra V there. That looks kind of weird on the VDB down there. Come on here. Nah. Oh, you can hear the rain. Can you hear it? Wow. So I give the penny the dollar test. What's a dollar test, Jess? Well, since you asked, oh, that's a beauty too, man. Wow, and that color is amazing. I'm gonna put this with the AUs. It's just so beautiful. I think it'll do okay in there. The dollar test is when I ask myself, will someone pay $1? I'm gonna weigh this one. Looks like copper, doesn't it? Yes, they all supposed to look like copper, but some of them look more like copper than others. I asked myself, if I put this on eBay, will someone pay $1? And if the answer is no, then it's basically worthless to me. Well, that's not necessarily true. The next question is, can I put a few of these together for $1? Right? So like some of the almost uncirculated pennies, maybe someone don't want to pay $1 for them by themselves. But oh man, this is gross. I don't even keep them. But maybe if I put 2 or 3 of them together, someone will say, "Oh, okay, I'll take those." Well, the show must go on. Oh, another 82. Let's weigh it. Okay, so this is a copper. Philadelphia large date. All right, of course, the one we're looking for is the copper Denver small date. Yes, I know. I've never found a copper 1982 Denver small date. Oh my God, look at this. Looks like mouse turds. Guess this is why you need gloves. You know I'm not keeping this. You know what? I'm going to make this into the thumbnail. All right, let me get a nice image. And you got to hold. What happens is, right, for thumbnails, not that you, if that's a double W, I'm going to freak out on this turd. No, it's not. What happens with thumbnails is I put up the, I play the video, right? And then I start screening through it. But, if you got 150 pennies, unless the penny is being held there for like 10 seconds, I'm not going to see it. That's disgusting. And I'm likely to just pass over it. All right, so that's our first circulated penny that we found. So thus far, 92 D. And we're looking for the close AM, right? Yeah. I mean, we're looking for anything really, but we're just checking it for the close AM. Okay. I always see that white goo on the on some of the newer on the zincs. I feel like that's some sort of grease from the strike. I'm not keeping that stuff. So let me see. Today we hit 2,100 subscribers. Excuse me. As of February 28th, we hit 21 subscribers. Right? You're watching this on March 13th. My grandmother's birthday and my lucky number. God rest his soul. My grandmother Monserrate. Yeah. They just don't make them like that anymore. Broke the mold. Monserrate. I will check that. Well, let me see. How can I get closer? Oh, yeah, it's just a scrape. 2000. That's a beauty. Misaligned die. Yeah. I'll throw that. I'm not going to keep that one. So, I can't believe I just put these with the coppers, both of them. So, I watch these other YouTube channels, right? I'm not talking about coins right now. I'm talking about the ones that teach you how to be, like a better YouTube channel. And one of the things that they really stress, which I don't do, obviously, is fast forwarding and cutting, right? Now, I understand that if you're a boring person. I mean, let's just be honest. If you're boring, yeah, you better start you need to start cutting through your clips. I get that. They call that whatever, dead space, downtime. I do, my goals, this is a beauty. Absolute beauty. I'll put that with the AUs. I get it, you know. I try to do one video a day, and I'm not saying I'm always gonna do that, but for now, that's my little routine. I was doing 2 and 3 videos a day before, but now I'm just doing the one plus the shorts. And not for nothing. Not for nothing. Did I say that right? Let's weigh this one. Not for nothing. I'm here to talk too, man. I mean, looking at pennies is cool and everything, you know what I'm saying? But my favorite YouTube channels were the personalities. Okay. I used to listen to this guy called which I don't know why he does not come up on my I don't even know if he's around. He has to be around, but he doesn't pop up at all. So I guess that's why I haven't watched him. I guess I'm not subscribed to him either. I don't know. Whatever. His name was oh my god, the Maverick guy, Maverick of something. I'm gonna look at that. A lot of that's really that hub is really low. Oh, what's that? You see that? Is that the I shift? Oh, the Maverick of Wall Street. That was his name. I don't know. I'm looking at that I there. Oh, the I in Liberty is doubled. Okay, so it's worth it now. It's got multiple stuff going on. So the I in Liberty is doubled. You see it? All right, so we got stuff going on, and then, over there, there's like a light. It looks like a light ghosting of the letter there. I don't know which one. It looks like the I to me. All right, I'll hold on to that. So there's the Maverick of Wall Street. There was Peter Schiff. I like Peter Schiff. I'm not saying these, because of their political whatever. I'm talking about personalities, just people who people who talk about the economy. Who I don't, because I don't even think these people, they don't do any graphics at all. It's just them talking. You know what I'm saying? And my point is that if I can get to one, right? Well, just can you get to the point? Okay, all right, I'm getting to the point. We're almost done with the first roll. My point is that I listen to those, whatever they are, channels, because of what they say. Not that necessarily the content. That's nice. I'll put this with the fines. But because I don't know, there's something about when they talk. I mean, I could listen to them. You know, and I feel like I kind of want to be in that boat a little bit. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want it to just be about the pennies. I would also be like that people want to hear me. They have so many of these things going on now with AI, and they're utter garbage. I'm sorry. I don't know any other way of putting it. And I don't know if one day it's gonna be so advanced where it mimics, a human being. But right now, it's garbage for the majority of it. I'm saying, in my opinion. So we're on the second roll now. Just cop it out. The whole thing is just one big long copper roll. Oh, look at this. That's nice. I'll put this with the AUs. Hey, you guys. Who remembers that? Who remembers that cartoon? Hey, you guys. Oh, man. Let me see. I'll give you a minute. I have to actually think about where it's from. It wasn't his name Mongo from this is AU. Wasn't that Mongo from the Something Factory? It was a group of cartoons that came on the weekend. And he would jump on a vine, a rope, and he would go swinging. I just remembered I have that thing, and it was called Something Factory, and it was a show that came on in the morning. And I think we're looking for the 64. Oh no, we're looking for the 68S. I think for the book. Still doing it, and I know I have to do the book giveaway. I have to figure out how to do the whole randomizer thing. Something Factory. Not Sound Factory. Sound Factory was was a club in New York when I was a teenager. It was called the Sound Factory. That was a wild place. Yo, we're going to the Sound Factory. 62D. Yeah, that was a big time club. I think I went there maybe once. I put this with the AUs. These are beauties, absolute beauties. So, so I know I'm bouncing around, by the way, in case you're like, oh, this guy's all over the place. Yeah, I'm aware of that. I have my, I'm insightful. So I'll put that with the fines. So I like to be that type of person, that people tune in and, you could either watch the pennies or you can listen to me talk. You know what I mean? I have a lot of cool stuff to say. Oh, wow. It's a beauty. I'll put that with the fines. Oh, it's a little nice and fine. No, that goes with the AUs, I think. I'm going to put that with the AUs. So the AI stuff is, I cannot believe how many AI videos there are out there. And I know it within I mean, obviously at one point there, I might not be able to tell. But it's like totally fabricated junk. They're talking about, like, let's say they pick up a topic. I'll look at that D in a second. Well, let me see if I can get closer. Whatever the topic is, and it's almost like if it's like it's being fed like a Wikipedia page or something. You know what I mean? And it's a very it takes me a second to realize, I'm like, that's not a human voice. It's a really, really good AI voice. But even if it was totally human, it sounds so scripted. And then I'm looking at the images, and you can tell that it's AI that's picking these images to match the words. But it's like, dude, that's not how it works, man. All right, this is very smooth features. Now, is someone going to pay $1 for this? No, they're not. I'll put that with the fines. I'll put that with the AUs. And I'm like, wow, man. I mean, and their channel is probably going to do better than this channel, right? And I hate to say it's because of the audience. I'll put that with the fines. And that's a beauty. I'll put that with the AUs. Can't believe these wrote nothing, no errors or anything like that. Just beautiful, beautiful pennies. Except for the one turd sandwich we got. I'll put that with the fines. Circulate it. Unbelievable. AU. And that's going to make shows like this seem like high quality TV or something. You know what I mean? Like that's how horrible those shows are. I don't know any way to put it, but to watch you just have to just be playing it like for some little baby, to watch. Like you just play something so it's in the background, like that white noise, so the baby can watch it and go to sleep. You know what I mean? But it's nonsensical, to me. And just wonder if I should put this with the fines or not. I think so. It's a really nice penny. And that's horrible, man. I mean, that's just the crap that's being spewed out there. It's to me, it's insulting. And then there's videos on how, because I started this conversation off about talking about watching videos to improve the channel. And the videos are telling you how to make the crap videos. I'm like, what is, how to make AI videos and make yourself $1 million. Now, we all need a buck, man. You know what I mean? And if somebody wants to ingest garbage, if there's a big enough crowd for it, I don't know. I guess. I don't know. I mean, I put that with the AUs. Don't hate the player, hate the game. You know what I mean? I don't know. Put this with the fines. No, yeah, I could go with fine. I don't know. But intellectually, that would be a huge pill for me to swallow. I think I would feel guilty. I'll be honest with you, to put out that content and not contribute in some even minute way to society. I don't know if I could do it, I mean, I don't know. I don't think so, to be honest with you. I don't even want to think about it. I'll put this with the AUs. AU guy. Mongo, wasn't his name Mongo? So I prefer to do it. I'm going to put this with the AUs. I prefer to do it the old-fashioned way. Call me old-fashioned. I prefer to do a show where people like my personality. You know what I mean? Because that's what we're talking about. Content's only half the battle. Content only goes so far before you're like, oh man, I can't. I mean, unless you're like a loyal. But I'm talking about for the growing a channel. I'll put that with the AUs. We're growing a channel. I'd rather take my time and have something that's meaningful to me. I'm doing this, and I'll be honest with you. I you ask yourself. They always tell you this in school, right? Or when you start a new job, where do you see yourself in 5 years? And I remember when I was going to college to become a social worker for my graduate program, 1960. That's a beauty, huh? I'll look at that 6. See if that's worth keeping, if that's like a die chip or something. It's not. It's a smash show. I put that right with the circulated pennies. And I remember when I was going to graduate school, one of the statistics that they said all the time was that No floating roof. I mean, it looks a little floaty on the left, but on the right, you see the line. That's not a floating roof. That they said that social workers change their job every 5 years, which is funny because that's also the how long. I remember the statistics for how long people lived in a house back in the early 2000s was also the same thing. I had my real estate license also, sales license, something like 2000 something one or something like that. And I had my master's. I was going for my master's, or I had my master's, and I said, "Oh, I knew this. I met this guy, and he was pretty cool, and he owned the Remax." And he's like, "Oh yeah, yeah, go get your real estate license, and I'll give you a job." And I was like, "All right, I could do something extra." I was always the type of person to, if there was an extra little hustle around, an honest hustle, I'd do it. So I went. I got my sales, whatever it was, certificate, license, whatever it was called, and and then he wanted me to do cold calls all day long, and then of course the commission, you only got paid commission on whatever you sold. And I was like, yeah, right. You're out of your mind. Now it's because I had my master's degree already, or I was about to get it, and I was going to be doing something else, that I went to school for. I thought he was going to send me out to, show people houses and to sell houses and things like that. He's like, no, you got to generate your own leads. Or he gave the leads, and you have to generate your own sales. And I was like, it's like, you're bugging. That was it. I just left. I mean, it was still cool, I mean, I took the class, and that was interesting. I'm putting I'm putting these into the AU. Can't believe how many AUs we got. No errors at all. Some 82s. All right, we got that 85. I forgot what the deal was with that. Oh, that had errors. We had the 185. That was it. It's only 37. I might have to pull out another roll. This is odd. I mean, a lot of copper. The first one obviously has a lot of zinc. I put that in the fine category. I mean, tons, great rolls. You know, we got a couple. What's we got here? Nah, I'm not keeping that. That's a nice, misaligned die or hub shift or die shift or what have you. But I'm not keeping it. No one's gonna pay $1 plus whatever for it. So if I ask myself, where I see myself in 5 years, can I see myself flipping pennies 5 years from now? Right? I guess like someone in McDonald's would ask themselves, can you see yourself, still flipping burgers? Which of course someone's got to do it. So why not? Especially if they're paying $20 an hour. Why not? Especially if you like flipping burgers. Why not? And, you know, short answer, maybe. That's the short answer. Maybe. Why not? Why not? If the if the customer submitted roles are still available, I don't know about doing those federal roles day in and day out. Then that would change things for me. I'll put this with the fines. Yeah, that would change things for me. Um, I put this with the fines. The fines really, I don't want it. Some of them are like borderline between fine and AU, then I put them in the fine. If they're borderline, I put them in the fine pile. Ah, let me look at that. Now the question is that bagged? It's a very, very long. I don't think it's bagged. I think that's something different. I seen it. I forgot what the error is called, but it's like when something's bagged, it's a very, very small surface of the edge of the coin, and usually it's the same type of coin. No, not usually. It is. It's the same type of coin that you got from because it's in the bag, right? I think that's why it's called bagged. But this one, it's whatever it is. It's going straight through the head and coming out the other side. That didn't sound right. Poor Lincoln. Yeah, right there. So it's more like a die crack or something like that, or something. All right, so we got a die crack on a copper 74 what D? 74D. Or some sort of, improper or something. I'll put that, I'll put that with the fines. It's just almost just not good enough for AU. I mean, it could go back and it could go, oh, that's a nice misaligned die. Yeah, that's a nice one. I'm not even keeping these anymore, really. To be honest with you, I'll put that with the fine. They're a little too common. I'll put that with the fine. 42. I feel like I can do another roll. What's that? What is that? Is that the E? It's just no, it's just dulled. I'll put that with the fine. It's still a nice penny. And these are all really nice pennies for fines. They're not. They have a lot of good features still. Yeah, I could pull another roll out. I haven't done a four. Yeah, and I got a special one. Is this the same one we were doing before? It's another nice old roll. Yeah, and I see that. I don't think like I said, I got to give it the dollar test. If it fails the dollar test, it goes into a pile. But can you believe all these coppers, huh? Fine, I put that into the fine pile. Gotta wonder how does somebody end up with all these coppers, right? How long did this person have to have these lying around to end up to end up here. I'll put that with the fines. Put that with the fines. I try to get at least like 7 or 8 pennies for but that's circulated, heavily circulated. I try to find at least 7 or 8 pennies to put in with for the shorts, you know. So that's what they call those vanity subscribers. That's what the guy I watched, the guy from what's he called? Lwjf, the Y files. I'll look at the bottom of that. I'll look at that too real quick. I think that's just a piece of lint, right? What is that? Is that hair? Yeah. I'll put this with the AU and the AU pile. Then here we go. We got the next one. Yeah, the Y files. I like that guy. He's cool. I think he's from New York too. Who knows? He's about my age. I might have even known him. Sounds weird, right? But oh wow, do you see that? What is that? Oh man, yeah, man. Fourth. Look at that. Where's it at? Where's it at? Toward the bottom? Right there. You see it? Is that a dime? All right. Well, we're gonna have to get to it later. I am a man of consistency. So, all right. Anyway, I can't. Let me have a sip of coffee. Let me calm down. Oh man, you have to see how you'll be very. Look how proud. Are you proud of me? Look how neat I stood. Those are the AUs. Those are the fines. And those are the circulated. I mean, they all circulate, but you know what I'm saying. That's just the category I call them. I'll put this with the fines. I do a giveaway of them. You know, I keep saying that. You know what it is? It takes time. I just finished doing all these scheduled out videos, and it takes time. It really does. Um, I'm doing the video. I try to do a video every day. I try. I don't have to anymore because I'm scheduled out so far, which was the point of it. I really don't want to lose that time, so I prefer to keep going out. But it's there. I could stand to lose a few days now. No big deal. Wow, is that purple? It's a beauty. Circulate it. I lost my train of thought. Fines. Put that with the fines. Oh, about doing the now. Hopefully, I could do the catch up on my paperwork, and then catch up a little bit on the eBay store. I'm gonna put that with the AUs. And thank you to everybody who, again, you're hearing this 2 weeks later, but thank you to everybody who's, who contributed to the channel. Thank you to the member, of course. Thank you to any new members, of course. I'll put that with the fines. Thank you to all the new subscribers. Wow. I'm going to put this with the AUs. Thank you to everyone leaving nice comments. Our first wheat. 56D. All right. Fourth row mojo. All right, let's look for floating roof. No. I mean, it's almost there, but it's really not floating. It looks like you could try to make it look floating with, but it's not. I wouldn't consider that floating. I'll put this with fines. AU. Fine. AU. Fine. AU. Fine. Fine. We're coming on. I think it's a dime. AU. I think it's a dime. But it's so bent though. It's pretty cool. I wonder what the story is behind that one. Fine. Damage. Fine. AU. AU. I mean, did the person put this dime? Is it a dime? I don't even know. I said dime. I shouldn't have said that. Is it? Yeah. 75? You think they put it in there by accident? mean, obviously, I mean, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I wonder how it got in there. A 75. Boy, is that dime bent. I mean, not only is it a dime, but it's a bent dime. Yeah, this will make for, and it's got that red on it. I wonder if that's a kneeling. You think this was bent at the mint with the pennies, and that's penny stuff? Huh. Anyway, I'll hold on to it, of course. I wish it was silver. Oh, another wheat. Yep. So we were saved by the fourth row. I'll put that with the AUs. Still nice. Fine. And I do the abridged version too, you know. I'm doing the abridged now that's public. Fine. So the significant finding. So, you know, obviously, every once. All right. So now there's some that I keep. If they're really, really, really nice, I keep them. This is super cool. This is on the border between keep and put into the AU pile. I'm going to put it with the AUs. It was close. It was close. Oh, we got a 59. What's that? Nothing. Look at the detail on that, huh? I mean, for a 59, geez, that's a beauty. All right. We got a 59 also. Yeah, I keep the 59s. I don't keep the 60s, but I keep the 59s. First Lincoln Memorial. First Lincoln Memorial sent. Every once in a while, someone chimes in the comments and says, "Oh, I didn't know that was the first Lincoln Memorial sent." Yeah, 1958. Fine. 1958 was the last wheat cent, and then they changed it. Right. So, 1958 has on the reverse has the wheat, and then 1959 is the first year with the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse. That's the Lincoln. I went there once, like 30 years ago. 30. I was 20. I think I was like 25, 24. Yeah, close to 30 years ago. 28 years ago. And right, I believe I did. Unless I'm making that up. Philadelphia, right? It's in Philadelphia, but I put this with the fines, the monument, and my friend lived in Washington at the time, and I went down there and checked them out, and I went to see a bunch of places. I think he was an air. He's still in, no, he's not in the Air Force anymore. He works for the government. I'll look at that. I'll look at those letters up there. That's interesting. No, it's just shadow. Moon shadow, moon shadow. I used to like that song. Can't remember it, but I put that with the fines. Yeah, so I keep the 1959s. 1960s, they go into the pile. I'll put this with the fines. I can't believe how organized I am today. This is the most organized I've ever been. Um, I wasn't feeling that hot the past couple days, and fine. So it's funny how our health affects our behavior, right? Put this with the AUs. Maybe that's what I'll talk about in the bonus feature, the AI stuff. Just my opinion, Don't if you love AI, don't take it personal. Just my opinion. Remember, I'm older. Not that you couldn't be older and be into AI. Fine. All right, so I'll continue that conversation in a second. Thank you. That's the end of. We did 4 rows today, just above an hour. Thank you for. I'm gonna take these off. Thank you for coming and uh, watching. If you stood to the end, I really appreciate that a lot. I'm gonna start the bonus feature now. All right, so take care.